Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hey, my name is Maddie. So today's tutorial or video is going to be about wake up makeup for moms. And today was a really good day to do it because my kids woke up really early, they were acting up, so mentally, physically, and emotionally, I was exhausted. And this makeup I have been wearing most of the week because it's all my tried and true products that I know will work quickly, blend quickly, that I barely have to do any work, and colors that I can really, or I should say products that could really maximize my time. For example, I love this Lumi, it's called the Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. And so I put this underneath and then I put my foundation. So I get this great glow, but not too sparkly, great when I'm tired. And then I use it before I set my foundation with powder, which I kind of made a mistake in this video, but I went, anyways, you'll see. But I put a little bit more on top of my cheeks, and then I put some on my lids and, you know, on my cupid's bow, just to give me some more light. But what I like about it is it's more ethereal, it's more natural, it's really, really nice. And another way to maximize your products is to use your bronzer as also an eyeshadow. So that way you limit the amount of products that you're using and you can get it done so quickly. You know, when you're in a rush, it's not time for your usual baking or extra products that you use, because if I have time, I like to do a lot more steps and get this flawless look. But this is not what this is about. This is about having a few items on your hand, maximizing all the products, getting this done, and looking awake and looking fresh and just ready to go. So without further ado, if you want to see how I create this natural but, you know, fresh and awake look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with my favorite primer right now because it gives my skin such a nice luminous glow. It doesn't make my skin oily. I guess it helps the makeup adhere a little bit better, but honestly, I just love it for the nice glow. When I'm in a rush, I just use one shade, and if I want it to last most of the day, then I'll use the one for combination oily skin. So even though it's winter and my skin's a bit drier, I can count on this one to last all day. If I have time, I like mixing two foundations, two different colors and two different formulas, but we're in a rush, people, so I just need to look human. And yeah, I just spread that all over the place, and I'm putting a good even layer, and then I take this is from Quo from Farmer Pretty. When I first bought the sponge, I wasn't crazy about it, but then the more I used it, the softer it got, and now it's really, really good. And I just use it to make sure there's no streaky lines, and I find foundation has a hard time blending on my nose, so that really works well. And my favorite concealer, because it's going to blend really easy, it's going to spot conceal, so instead of going in with another layer of foundation, which never works out for me, I'll just go in where I need to conceal. And yeah, I've got to do this step. And then the sponge comes in handy, as you'll see throughout the video. Using my fingers and the sponge really help melt the product into my skin and make it look a bit more natural. I just love this stuff. I'm using products, like I said in the beginning, that I know are going to work quickly, that I don't have to work hard to blend out or put on my face. I know I love my Laura Mercier for under my eyes, but when I'm in a rush, I just use this guy, and I concentrate it more on my T-zone, and then whatever is left on the sponge, I'll spread all over my face. But wow, like, I don't know what's in this stuff, but it smooths out my lines a little bit on my forehead, it smooths in the pores a bit on my nose, and then when I put it on my cheeks, my bronzer, my blush, it lasts so much longer. I mean, I have tried different blushes that have great formulas that last a bit longer, but this stuff really makes it last all day. And you guys seen me use this bronzer before. I have so many different bronzers, and I'll go in between, you know, I'll just change it up whenever I'm in the mood to slightly, I don't know, vary the color, but I'll try to stick to more matte. And in the summertime when I'm doing this look, I'll use my more shimmery ones because I can pull it off. But I just love adding warmth back in my pale skin, especially after I even it out. And then I take an eyeshadow brush, I go back into that same bronzer, and I use it to kind of contour out my eyes. So I'll concentrate it on a crease and bring it up a bit and just put it in the outer third of my lid just a little bit, and in the bottom of my eye. It just adds some depth, and it makes it look like I did more than I really did. For my blush, I'm going to be using this guy, but I'm going to use one of the brighter colors because when you're not wearing a lot of makeup, a brighter color on your cheek will make you look really awake and really fresh and youthful. And then my lipstick will kind of be in the same hue to tie the whole look together. And I just layer it ever so slightly, but I put on a little bit more to give my skin some life. And if you find that you've gotten it a little bit too close to your nose, I often just take my sponge and just dab around it to kind of blend it all out. And I'm going back with the Magic Lumi. I should have done this before I put the powder, but it's really not that big a deal. I put a bit more on the top of my cheeks and then just blend it in with my sponge. Like, the sponge is so useful for many things. And here it kind of picked up a little bit of my blush, but it was no big deal. You can just take your blush brush and go back over. I didn't even have to pick up more product. And it's also a great way to blend the two together. So it's a bit more natural, I guess. And then I put some on my lid, the corner of my eye, a little bit my brow bone, and my cupid's bow. Just, again, it just makes it look like I did more of an eye look, but it takes me just 30 seconds, I guess. I don't know, but it really helps. And a soft shimmer will help you look more awake. This pencil is slowly being used. I mean, like, it's getting there. I love how easy it blends, but don't be fooled by its creaminess. It will last most of the day. And I like this lighter color because if you can make a mistake, you just blend it with your fingers a little bit. I love the warm brown color. It's universally flattering, and this one has a hint of shimmer in it. So again, it'll wake up your eyes and make it look like you did more than you actually did. I'm a die-hard fan of my eyelash curler, but if I'm in a rush, I don't want to mess with it, and with this mascara, I don't need it. So I apply it to the tips of my lashes first, and then I go in from the base to the root. I find I get a lot longer, nicer lashes. And one of the reasons I need my lash curler is because they're straight, they're wonky, but this mascara and this wand, it really separates and tames them and curls them. Like, it's just fantastic. So, and because it's not goopy or anything like that, you know, you can't make a big old mess. You don't have to put mascara on your bottom lashes, but I like doing it. And then I like lining my lips because sometimes when I put on foundation, my lips tend to get a little bit lost, but I'm just going in with a very light hand. I'm just bringing back the shape, really. And you can use any lip liner, natural lip liner that you want, that you love, and it's foolproof. And this lipstick, it's kind of the same hue as my blush, but it's sheer, so I'm getting some color, but it's kind of goof proof. I can slap it on and it feels so good on my lips. And now my brows. Now, usually I do my brows after foundation and powder, but I find that if I do all my makeup first, then I don't spend too long on my brows. If I was to start with my brows, oh my gosh, I would spend way too long on it. And I already spend a lot of time on my brows, but for me, it really frames the face. Like, sometimes I can just put on foundation and brows and I could live with that, but I really need to fill them in. So I use the pencil, I use the brow gel, and if I do have a couple minutes, I will go in with the brow powder to add more dimension and to fill them up even more. But for me, it's just a must. It really frames my face. It really, you know, I don't need to put a lot more eye makeup on. It's just great. If you don't need to fill in your brows, then great, you've just saved yourself even more time. Now this look takes me 10 to 13 minutes depending. I'm sure it could go faster if you're used to it, but I find that if I rush, then I make more mistakes and then it takes me longer. So I kind of go at like a medium pace. A couple of parts in here I did fast forward because it's mascara, it's brows, we don't want to be here for 5 minutes, but yeah, this look today took me about 13 minutes, I guess. I wasn't in my usual spot to do makeup, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is it for the tutorial. I really hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful for you. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. When you like a video, actually give it a thumbs up because it really helps me out. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you, so please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.